It is time for our weekly menu planning. Yay! This morning I have, I have creatine in it. Creatine is amazing for mental cognition, especially those of us women of a certain age. Creatine is a must-have first thing in the morning. Number 2, I've got collagen, MCT. It's latte nut flavored collagen MCT. MCT, again, like get your brain going. My menu has a very specific structure to it this week. Love beef as a staple on my menu. So that is what I'm working on this week, especially as I am working on healing. I've got an injured knee. I injured it at work a while ago and it's still not healing. PT told me that he doesn't really want me to come back because PT is injuring it even further. So that being said, beef, collagen, it is what is on the menu this week. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm really trying to fast in the mornings, narrow down my eating window. But at the same time, I am keeping my eating window during daylight hours. So that is really beneficial for women's hormones, women's health, to keep your eating during daylight hours. And especially to stop at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. That way your cortisol doesn't spike in the morning, which is what's causing us our 3 a.m. wake-ups. Ladies, do you feel me on a 3 a.m. wake-up? Absolutely hating it. We need to stop that cortisol spike in the morning at that ungodly hour. And I'm trying to figure out, am I waking up and it's waking up the cats, or is the cat waking up at 3 a.m. and that's waking me up? I still have not figured that part out. I think the cat is waking me up, but whatever. I'm just gonna roll with it. That being said, my eating window is about noon to about 6 p.m. I'm flexible with it. I'm not a hard and fast person. If I'm hungry at 11, I'm probably gonna eat at about 11. And there it is. All right, so I'm putting down fasting as my breakfast, but understand that my fast contains coffee because, you know, I'm a first responder. We live on our coffee. I'm trying to include collagen, like a scoop of collagen in my morning coffee. So it's not a true fast. Speaking of, those of you that are interested in menu planning, someone that you know that's interested in menu planning, make sure you share this to them. So it's not a true fast because I am doing collagen and I am doing creatine. And on the mornings I remember, I switch from coffee to bone broth. So it's not a true fast, but no solid food until about 11 or noon. All right, so I'm putting it down as a fast. And then because we are focusing on beef this week, I'm gonna do I tried this last week. So I made carnivore chili and I was eating the leftovers. And I've been following this doctor and she's a huge proponent of sweet potato or squash with dinner to help you with your sleep. Didn't really help. In fact, eating the sweet potato gave me worse sleep. So I'm nixing the sweet potato, but I'm gonna try and back it up and see if maybe it helps a little bit at lunch. So what I'm gonna do is ground beef with the sweet potato and a little bit of egg. I absolutely love egg. If I could have eggs at every meal, I would. Yes, they're insanely expensive right now, but they're also like a multivitamin. So I'm going to continue to include eggs in my diet. So I'm gonna do, it's ground beef, and sweet potato. Ground beef is gonna give me so much of my protein that I need throughout the day. I have huge protein requirements. To reach my goal, I need a good 140 grams of protein per day. And I think on the days that I don't track it, I get about 60 grams of protein. And then on the days I do track it, like yesterday, I think I got 110. So I still have room for improvement. So beef is a fantastic option for this week because it's gonna bump up my protein. And then I planned it for last week's menu and I didn't get to it. So this week I am going to do lamb for dinner. Found ground lamb at the store for about the same price as grass-fed ground beef. So I got some. I have a recipe for a lamb kofta. So I've got some leftover salad shirazi from dinner the other night. So I'm gonna have this whole Middle Eastern dinner thing for Monday night. Tuesday, fasting for breakfast. And I completely forgot to look at my calendar, but I don't think I have anything going on. I don't even think I have any doctor's appointments this week. Yay! All right. That ground beef and sweet potato, I know I'm going to get at least 2 servings out of it. So let me do that leftover ground beef. And then for dinner, I have oxtails from Costco in the freezer. We're doing oxtails. I'm probably going to, since I'm home, like I have no reason not to. Typically what I would do is I would do my oxtails in the crock pot. But since I'm going to be home, I'm going to do them in the Dutch oven and make my house smell absolutely amazing. This morning, my ketones are banana daiquiri. I love having like cocktail flavored ketones on the weekend. It's like a party. And who doesn't like a party on the weekend, right? All right. Let's see. Oxtails. Wednesday, fasting for breakfast. And then I know that lamb kofta that I made, or I'm going to make Monday, I know I'll have leftover, so I'm going to do some leftover kofta. Wednesday, while it's raining, I am going to do braised short ribs. Also got those at Costco, probably the same shopping trip. They're so good. They are boneless short ribs. Who cares? Whatever. They're short ribs and they're so good. Now, I do have some veg in the fridge that I want to use up. So let's see. Tuesday with my oxtails, I'll probably, do an artichoke. Artichoke does not love my tummy. I love artichokes. Artichokes hate me back. So since I know I will see no one Wednesday or Thursday, it's okay to have the artichokes. And then with the short ribs, I've got zucchini in the fridge that I want to use up. And again, zucchini is a squash. So I'm going to have it with dinner and see if that helps my sleep any. Most of the time I drink like a neuro chill before bed, and that helps with my sleep immensely. But if I can sleep through the cats wake up at 3 a.m., that would be amazing. So that is my ultimate goal. I can sleep through the night if I don't have the cats in my room. So if I can sleep through the cat, so if I do the squash and the neuro chill, fingers crossed, the neuro chill has magnesium, ashwagandha. I don't remember what else. Whatever. It's fine. Thursday, again, it's going to be raining Thursday. It's going to be cold. It's going to be low to mid 50s, which is freezing for us in LA. So I am really going to focus on those oxtails, the short ribs, that really comforting braised food that's warming and hearty. So fasting in the morning. And then let's do leftover oxtails. Like I saw this recipe on, and they were doing an air fryer pork loin. So I'm kind of thinking maybe an air fried pork loin might be a good idea. So let me try that. Oh, and I forgot. While I was at the store, I got Argentinian red shrimp from Trader Joe's. They're wild caught. I was really surprised. It's the only wild caught shrimp that I could find at the grocery store. And I went to 2 grocery stores. Wild caught is super important to me because it's a better nutrient profile. And I'll just leave it at that. I am not a farm raised any. So let me throw some shrimp in the air fryer and I will have some shrimp and pork loin. I think that sounds like an awesome idea. Friday. It's Friday. Menu planning is so, like, with the way the economy is right now, we need to budget, right? Y'all feel me on that. And number 2, those of us that are trying to follow a healthy lifestyle, menu planning helps you stay on track. You can calculate your menu, your macros ahead of time. And that way you know where you're at. Like, you know what you got to do. I've got so many fantastic things to say about menu planning. It is a staple in my life. It's one of those things that I really enjoy looking forward to. Did that make sense? Whatever. I look forward to my menu planning and my grocery shopping every week. Like, grocery shopping is relaxing for me. I love going to the grocery store. Anyways. All right. So we are on Friday. Wow. Fasting for breakfast. Short ribs. Leftover short ribs. Wow. My dyslexia just came out to play. SHROT. No, let's do short spelled correctly. And then Friday, most of the time, I shouldn't say always, but a lot of the time I go to a friend's house Friday night. Usually winds up being appetizers, drinks. So I'm just going to have a simple snack before I go. So I'm just going to put leftovers. Whatever I have left over, that's what I will have. All right. Saturday mornings, I go to Starbucks. I hate Starbucks. I like getting out and having coffee on the weekend as me time. If I had an alternative to Starbucks, best believe I would be doing it. They are just so freaking prevalent. And because of work, like I've got a ton of like gift cards and points. So like Starbucks is just kind of my default, as much as I don't like it. So I'm just going to put out Starbucks. Lunch, I'm going to do leftover pork loin. And then dinner, I've got some ribeyes in the freezer. And I think it's about time I start grilling ribeyes. And the weather will be back to 70s, which is perfect grilling weather in my opinion. So grilled ribeye with shrimp. Yay! All right, Sunday, fasting. And then, let's see, if I do that and that, I'll do pork loin for lunch again, leftover pork loin for lunch. And then I have a tri-tip I want to grill. So I'm going to do grilled tri-tip with more shrimp. Like I'm trying to do my best to not let proteins just sit in the fridge or in the freezer. So it's a 1 pound bag of shrimp from Trader Joe's. So I am going to try and kind of mix it up with my beef. So that way I eat beef and shrimp. And I got langostinos while I was at Trader Joe's. So like whichever one comes to mind is the one I'll have whatever day. So that means I have 2 pounds of seafood to eat up this week. So that's why I'm kind of throwing shrimp into a lot of things. All right. The menu is complete. If you could read around the stupid ring light. So we have, on Monday, we are fasting. Lunch is going to be ground beef with sweet potato. I'll probably throw an egg in there, even though I didn't write it down. And then dinner is going to be that lamb kofta and salad shirazi. Tuesday, fasting again, ground beef with sweet potato, finish that up, and then I'll do oxtails in the Dutch oven. Wednesday, it's going to be that leftover lamb kofta, and then I'm going to do braised short ribs and probably a zucchini because I got it in the fridge and I got to use it up. All right, let's see, where are we? Thursday, fasting for breakfast, leftover oxtails for lunch, and I think I'm going to do a pork loin in the air fryer since it's going to be raining that day. Friday, fasting again, leftover short ribs, and then just leftover whatever's. Saturday is going to be fasting. Starbucks. Does latte really count? I don't know, whatever. It's Starbucks. And then leftover pork loin for lunch and grilled ribeye and shrimp for dinner. I'm kind of really looking forward to next Saturday's dinner. All right, and then Sunday, we are going to do fasting for breakfast, leftover pork loin, and then that tri-tip and probably shrimp for dinner.